It feels like I'm playing Apollo Justice, and you're kind of just there? Hello everybody, and welcome back to Apollo Justice. So, you can hear the music, it's pretty tense, let's just get into it. Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show. Good show. Trucy! You're okay! I thought... Don't cry, Apollo!
Oh, those good-for-nothing gangsters! There are some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges.
Wait! Just calm down, Apollo! Or else...
Oh! What the heck is that?
Surprise? This is one of my best tricks, the amazing Mr. Hat.
You look marvelous, darling.
He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar.
Yes, I am a big hit.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean you... Trucy! There are some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges!
Apollo! Now it's not the time to be threatening me! It's you who's being threatened here.
Huh?
Remember what you said to Waki's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But that testimony was rock solid! What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more staged abductions, please!
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo! I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo! Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony! All the times!
All the times there was a contradiction in his testimony. Well, I think I remember them, sure.
There were 2 times where he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
Wait, what?
I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean, that's how Mr. Wright won all those games?
It's not cheating, officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great! So he cheated, but what does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time! No, scratch that! You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch a testimony? Perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose!
Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo.
Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started? Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today.
He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said he'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict.
Verdict, the guilty, dying gold.
Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of! Get ready for justice! Let's do it.
Apollo!
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover Mr. Hat as best as you can.
I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Imagine, like, you think someone's kidnapped, and then they pull out Mr. Hat. It's like, no, it's just this guy. It's just my big plank of wood that I've been carrying in my coat this entire time. What, you idiot? You thought I was kidnapped? No. You fool. Oh, goodness. This is so silly. Court is now back in session.
Right! We're fine!
I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat?
Right! Him! Don't worry about him! I settled that!
You settled that?
Yes! It was an out-of-court settlement! Right.
Perhaps Fräulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's on to me.
I wish he would stop being so cool.
Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness?
Right! The defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something.
There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time.
Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo! When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. If you hear me going, there's kind of like vocal exercises I do to kind of keep my throat clear. It doesn't work all the time because I smoke way too much, but it is something worth explaining. Otherwise, you'll just hear me kind of creepily breathing, not even into the mic, but just out to the mic, like what? Oh, bit of water. All right, let's do it. Oh, Wesley, how's your face? I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo! Find his weak spot. I literally just said it to you, and then there was a close-up, and we watched it together. It was in black and white, so you might be confused, Apollo. That means it wasn't happening right now. It means we were watching it. Do you see, Apollo? Do you actually follow the game? Sometimes, Apollo, it feels like I'm playing Apollo Justice, and you're kind of just there? It's giving Ken, Apollo. It's giving Ken. So find the weak spot.
Focus! Oh, if only it were that easy.
Oh, ADHD bubs agree with that sentence, for sure.
My ears hear what he says, my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? What's this? My bracelet. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. What is this, Forspoken? Which is a great game, by the way. I will stand by that. If anyone tries to say otherwise, I will see them in court, where Trucy will do most of the defending, but I will also be there. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, Wesley. Just those eyelashes, like the fade. Like, okay, so is that his hair? Because he's got blue. See the blue kind of. Is it like a. Like, caps and gowns don't fit like that normally, right? Like, because if that blue bit is his hair, then he's got the cap and gown on, but he's also got like a separate bit of the cap on his ear. So like, is that all his hat? In which case, is he wearing just the most secure fucking cap that they offered? One that literally like conforms to the shape of your head? Or did he get a fade? And then was like, you know what, the cap isn't enough. I need something to keep my ear company. Like, what? What is this boy? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to press all the statements because of what the judge said, but we'll see.
Which way did the killer run?
By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, we've done this before. We've definitely done this before. Okay, alright. We'll do a quick savey-wavy, which, as we all know, is very different from an actual save. So don't tell me it's not, because it is. It's also shh. Okay, let's press.
So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder?
The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit?
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. This is literally the 5th time I've demonstrated this. Are you paying attention, Apollo?
Yeah, I'm paying attention, Trucy. He had a book. Objection! The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for this habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. It's not like the other bracelets. It's like a cool bracelet. You know? Like the other girls. I mean, the bracelets. They're like all into makeup and jewelry, and like my bracelet, like, will just have like a beer and a hot dog at the baseball game and like want to play some golf afterwards and marry Ben Stiller inexplicably even though he's a prick.
That's a something about Mary reference, which, you know, is old even for me. You know, like, what am I saying? Any film that Ben Stiller is in is old. I've decided this. It's objectively old. Also, fuck Ben Stiller. How did he get away with making Tropic Thunder? Like, I mean, I know how. It's because Hollywood is built on racism, but the country's built on racism. The world is built on racism. Well, I say the world. Colonialism is built on racism, and colonialism is the system that funds everything in the world. And so, yeah, I am very upset still at Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr. It really pisses me off seeing Robert Downey Jr. become, like, the biggest star in the whole fucking world, aside from, like, Shah Rukh Khan, and, like, fucking almost defend him being in Tropic Thunder. Like, it's... Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, fuck them, fuck that film, fuck Hollywood, fuck white people. Just saying.
I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet.
I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. Are we gonna talk about my bracelet floating above your head? It looks like you're looking directly at it, but you're not saying anything. It's like we've paused right as I'm doing a ring toss. You know what I mean, Trucy? Well, you're still not talking. Okay, we're moving on. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet with triangle. Yes, a triangle. As it reacts to the testimony.
Oh, so cool.
Whoa, what's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Trucy, what's happening to me?
This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing?
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right? I literally said it so... Apollo, I'm gonna write this down on my face so you could just look at me and you'll see it. Okay, Apollo? God damn. Apollo, give me your badge. I'm the attorney. No, get away, your dog. Give me the badge. No, Mr. Hutt.
Give Misty your badge, Apollo. What am I saying? Sometimes I think I could just improvise an entire case, but I don't think I'd get through it without collapsing and being like, what am I doing? You know, like... So, 1 second. I do need to put my laptop on charge. Give me a second. You get the wait for a second song. It's not very long. Okay.
Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book.
You got it! Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I'll bet they are.
First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right! I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint!
Trucy teaching me how to look.
Perfect! Now you're really ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Perceive?
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit.
Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right! It's your signal to look closer, to perceive with triangle. Find his weak spot and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again.
Right. Look out, nervous twitch! Here comes justice!
Oh, gotta get a quick bit of water. Oh, okay. Wait. I guess not. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Quickly get some water. Ah. Oh god, I actually missed it. I was paying attention as well. Okay, alright. Just gotta press triangle. There it is. Boom.
Gotcha!
Look at him. Look at him make a little sweet love to that page corner. Ooh, the background kind of looked like Balatro for a second there. Has anyone played Balatro? It's really good. It's sort of eaten up like entire tens of hours of my life already, and it's... Yeah, I don't see it stopping. It's kind of become a bedtime ritual. But you know what? You know what? A story for another time, maybe.
I saw it! Just now! I could see it.
Mr. Justice, do you have something to say?
All this banging over desks, it's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone!
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask?
Well, if we're thinking about cell phones, then if y'all remember, we have a cell phone. So why don't we just see if it's
something that will help here.
Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Why? Whatever for?
Show me and you'll find out.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see.
You don't have it?
Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Yeah! Where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment?
Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this?
This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage.
The Maractus? What? That's where the victim lived!
Yeah! That's impossible!
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
What the fuck is Weok?
Oh, Wesley, what have you done?
It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone.
A payphone. So you didn't call on your cell phone after all.
Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, indicated with a startling high degree of accuracy. It was right around here.
That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie?
There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all!
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him.
Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true, I lost my cell phone. But you can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected or enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Of course I have evidence!
Ooh, I like your swagger there, forehead. Hit it.
The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say.
The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... If you... just bear with me! I swear, it's gonna be so good, I'm gonna prove it!
That's a side view mirror.
As it so happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident. That took place the night of the murder.
An accident?
An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m., just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel! Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m., the night of the murder in the park! Mr. Stickler, You know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night!
This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus?
No, don't stop! This is too much! It's got to be happening! Prosecutor! Say something!
I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Maractus. That is, other than this.
I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared?
Yes, Your Honor!
I know that face! That's the face of guilt!
Look at that face. It's the face of guilt, you know, what can we say? Alright, give me a sec. I think we're gonna leave it there, folks. We're gonna get into testimony next time. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this episode, you know, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Yeah, I guess that's it. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.